Greetings YouTube and welcome back to my channel. I hope everybody are doing good in this trying time. May we begin. In the previous video we talked about the first dragon war, where the chromatic dragons and their orc allies attacked the elves, and all but two of the metallic dragons were killed off immediately in ambush, where the golden dragon Oricon took with him 3 elven sages and went to the great beyond where the gods reside, looking for magic, for something that could give them edge over the dragons. When they came back with the Dragonstones. They were powerful artifacts. With the Dragonstones, they were able to take the chromatic dragons out of the picture, giving the elves the edge they needed to win this war. And now we're going to pick up the pieces and continue. If you thought that we forgot about the Grey Gem, you are sorely mistaken. In the year 3434, the Grey Gem wanders along the coastline of southern Anselon, transforming 2 houses of elves into sea elves, the Dragonlance and the Dimenestri. Between the years 3152 and 3900 BC, the Dwarves, trying to escape the chaos magic of the Grey Gem, built their first kingdom underground, Kalthux. Remember the Minotaurs? We didn't forget about them. In the year 3012 BC, they come to the shores of Anselon and they create their own nation, Mithandralas, Land of the Bull. Not soon after, the Minotaurs are enslaved by the Dwarves of Kalthux as soon as the 2 nations expand into one another. 200 years later, a dispute in Kalthux causes a group of Dwarves to leave the city, founding a second Dwarven nation in the Kalkis Mountains. The nation is named Thorin. Strangely, Kalthux sealed themselves, causing rumors of dark horrors occurring in the land. None are allowed to enter back into Kalthux. A year later, the Minotaurs, escaping their slavery, rebuild their kingdom, naming it in the honor of the man who led them in the rebellion, Ambiotin. Okay, so the next part is a little bit confusing for me, but bear with me. You see, the supreme general of the Elven army during the first Dragon War was a guy named Bailiff. Now, he's been around for a very long time. He's been in multiple books talking about the ancient times, the time of Sylvanos, when they were conquering and building their own nation. See, what's confusing me is that in the campaign setting it says Bailiff is a Kender hero, but in the books it says something totally different. Both in the Forest King and in the trilogy The Barbarians, Bailiff is portrayed as an elf lord, and in the Forest King, he even had a chance to become the first elven king. He was more popular than Sylvanos, but he believed that Sylvanos will do a better job, and that's why he took himself out of the race. Okay, so my theory is that because Bailiff helped out the Kender looked at him as one of their own, and they referred to him as an honorary Kender. And on the other side, the elves looked at it as an insult, and that's why they wrote him into their own history as a Kender. Anyway, moving on. Okay, so back to the story. Bailiff leaves his elven brothers and Sylvanos. He crosses the bay and he helps the Kender create their first nation. They honor him by calling it Balifor. About 200 years after the end of the first Dragon War, Chromatia, the red dragon, awakes from her magical slumber. She then forces the Dwarves of Thorin to dig up the 4 Dragonstones that were buried in their kingdom. And in a vile ceremony, with the help of the Orgs and the lizard folk, the Bakali, Chromatia releases her trapped brethren, throwing the stones into the Dark Lady's mountain. The mountain explodes in a huge eruption, destroying the entire top and creating the Lords of Doom. And in that explosion, the 4 trapped dragons are released. Thank you guys for staying with me until the end. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. That is the second Dragon War. Have a lovely day.